Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the first official post-show update. Videos that you're going to see are me getting my first heavy chest day after the show, and it's actually not going to be instructional or even about training or tips on exercise or anything like that. This is going to be a prep update, and there's going to be a lot of information that people that weren't in my very close support group didn't get to see, and I'm going to reveal it now. So it's actually pretty exciting. I'm very excited to tell you guys, so let's get it underway. This is kind of like a 2-for-1 because you'll be able to see me training, and also the audio you're going to hear might shock some of you, but we're going to get through it. And a lot of you aren't going to be ready for what you hear, or definitely won't have expected to hear what you're about to hear, but in the next about 6 minutes you're going to hear a lot of stuff that might open your eyes about bodybuilding and about my prep. So to start, I started prep at about 14 and a half weeks out. It was just into January. I was 164.7 pounds. Already very lean. You can go back and check through my Facebook or my Instagram. Probably about 7.5 or maybe 8% body fat. I started prepping secretly. Didn't really tell anyone. People would ask me and I would just kind of give them a vague answer as to if I was cutting for a specific reason or training for a show, yada yada yada. About 8 weeks out, a member of my gym fam and my real fam, Dulce Cassidy, she's a competitor, came up to me in the gym, and she was the first person that I told that I was actually prepping for the show, other than, my immediate family, who did very well at keeping it a secret. My first show that I did, so my first official prep, didn't have a coach, didn't have a posing coach, no nutritionist. I'm my own trainer, all this stuff. Anyways, with a really methodical approach and meticulous plan, 7 weeks out I had lines in my glutes. Again, you can go check that in my Instagram. That'd be, I don't know, maybe the end of February or somewhere around there. I was way ahead of schedule. Now, whenever you hear a competitor say no prep ever goes exactly as planned, that's the truth. I was too delusional and too isolated in my approach, in the sense that I didn't have anyone to be a reputable second set of eyes that I allowed to influence my prep, to tell me that I was not behind schedule, because I certainly thought I was somehow. I don't know if you guys can hear Beagle barking in the background, but he sees a bird outside. I originally was pushing very hard for an extended period of time, with no sort of mental or emotional vacation, no rest days, no cheat days, to hit the bantamweight class. I wanted to be, for some reason, I put it in my head that I wanted to be the best bantamweight that ever stepped on an OPA stage. Like I said, started prep at about 165 pounds, already extremely lean, had veins in my abs when I started prep. And I wanted to drop 23 pounds from that at about 5'9". Fast forward to just over 3 weeks out. I'm already as lean as I'm going to be at this point. I'm just depleting glycogen. Again, didn't have a second set of eyes, and I was too isolated and too proud, really, to let reputable sources and former competitors tell me to scale down the training. I was training 10 or 12 times a week, and then doing 90 plus minutes of cardio a day, with really no fat to lose. Like I said, 7 weeks out, I had striated glutes. My hamstrings were separated, and got into the gym in the morning, no one else there, dim lights, cold gym, and one of my first exercises, I saw the mirror coming at me, the mirror that you're seeing behind me right now. Composed myself, looked at my feet, looked up at the mirror. The mirror was right in front of my face. That was my reality. To make a long story short, reputable sources have diagnosed it as this. So get ready, it's a long one. A central nervous system induced panic attack with dissociation. Pretty much called the show off. If it wasn't for my, guess you would call him a mentor, and as he described it, a brother in iron, Brent O'Reilly, I was pulled out of that show for all intents and purposes. I probably actually took in about 4,000 grams of carbs in a 48-hour period, put on 16 pounds. I was afraid the show was far behind me, but luckily, because I was so lean, after a pep talk from Brent and Dulce and other gym members and other members of my support group, I got back on the horse, and like I said, because I was so lean, the water came off very quick from all the excess glycogen from the carbohydrates, and I was back down, dropped those 16 pounds in the next 3 or 4 days. Show day came around, and I had a tremendously successful weekend at my first show. As a matter of fact, here's a video that no one has seen before right now. This was just before heading out to prejudging. It was probably about 10 minutes before we hit the road, and about 30 minutes before I got backstage, maybe 45 minutes before actually getting up there and doing the damn thing. Results from this weekend. First place, lightweight men's bodybuilding. I also won the men's best poser award, and checked the judges' scorecards and was second in the overall. Qualified for provincials this year and in 2018. Critiques from the show: that I need more delts, more traps, more upper back. Obviously, as you can tell, my lower body is a strong point. I don't really have a standout body part, but if there was a strong point, it'd probably be glutes, hamstrings, quads. Anyways, that's just a quick summary of the entire prep. A lot more videos coming out. Until next time, this is Batsman out.